The first shot, damn you, Dinah. I want you to say that.
Okay.
First shot.
I have to use some.
You need some what?
They say I'm a pain, I need a change, making my way. See all the gang, sipping on drinks, catching a fade. I get it poppin', nigga. She at the top.
Welcome to another episode of the Whipple Pill Podcast. And today we got a very, very special guest. She's a social media influencer, a fitness trainer, a fitness model, a bodybuilder, makeup artist, dancer, and a coach. Please welcome to the show, Miss Aexplosive.
Hey y'all.
Give her a clap for her. Right there, man. Yeah, clap it up.
What's going on?
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So first and foremost, we got a toast. Shout out to Taylor Port. You know, back with the Taylor Port for the wine. So we're going to toast to you for coming on.
Hey.
I appreciate you coming on.
Hey.
So how you doing?
I'm good.
Doing good?
Living life.
Living life?
Yeah.
First interview?
It's my first interview.
And I appreciate you coming on my show and, you know, express what you got to talk about, you know.
Thank you.
So let's just start off with how it was growing up for you.
So growing up for me, I spent a lot of time in like the dance studio. I grew up learning ballet, jazz, modern, contemporary. And throughout the years, I just developed a strong love and passion for it. So I guess that's kind of where my whole fitness journey started from, was dancing. And that's where my love for art has came from. So.
Okay. So how long you been doing dance?
I've been dancing since I was 5 years old. I'm 31 now, so you could probably do the math with that. So a long time.
So who would you say was like a person that influenced you with dancing? Was this something that naturally came to you, or is it something that you seen as a 5-year-old? So how that work?
I wouldn't say like a person per se really inspired me. It was just something that I picked up. My mom introduced me to it, and then I just took off with it. But throughout the years of me learning dance, I looked up to Misty Copeland. She was like one of my favorite dancers. So
I'm not familiar with Misty Copeland. Who is that? So
Misty Copeland, she is one of the first black dancers to dance in American Ballet Theater.
Okay.
So she was the first one to break the mold of basically what a black ballerina would look like. And she started at a late age. So she, you know, most people started at like 3 years old, while Misty Copeland started at, I think, like age of 11.
Okay.
So which is late in the dance world. So that's unheard of, you know what I mean? So she's just one of those people that I really looked up to, and I still look up to her till this day.
Okay. So was your aspirations to go to Juilliard? So you say ballet, that's usually some people aspiration to go to Juilliard, perform on Broadway and things of that nature. So was that your aspiration?
It was. I actually auditioned for Juilliard. So I went to the audition for Juilliard, and I made it past like maybe round like 8 in the audition, and it was an intense audition. Like, they were nexting girls like right at the door. So you walked in, like, girls were like, you can have a nice day. Like, they were giving out like, you can have a nice day just by standing. So for me to make it to round 8 at Juilliard's audition, that was like incredible. So, and to be a black dancer making it past that round was pretty incredible.
So many rounds were there? If it's round 8, so what's the first, like, how that works? So you got round 1, round 2, and go to round 8. So what's round 1?
So round 1 is like ballet bar. So they start you off like with a warm up, and so they basically weed out people throughout the whole class. So throughout the audition, they would tell people, "Thank you, have a nice day. Thank you, have a nice day." And it was pretty. It was intense. I'll tell you, it was intense. It was an intense audition, but I'm grateful for the experience of it. There were about 10 rounds altogether.
Oh, so you was 2 more rounds.
Yeah, 2 more rounds and I would have made it. But yeah, it's all good because it was an experience that I'll never forget, and an experience that like I'm pretty grateful for. So can't be mad about it.
So do you still do ballet to this day?
Yeah, so I actually dance in a company in Virginia right now called Leah Glenn Dance Theater. So it's more of a contemporary modern company, and we perform different works set on us by our choreographer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out to them. Shout out to
shout
them.
out to them.
Shout
Leah
out.
Glenn.
Okay. So I know you into fitness.
Yeah, yeah,
So tell me how that came about. A fitness trainer,
yeah.
a fitness model. So how you go from dance to the
Right.
fitness world? Like how that started?
So I struggled. I lived in New York for about a year and a half, and I struggled with an eating disorder for the longest time. I went from eating like a tomato a day, literally, like that was all I would eat, and drink water. And because I was trying to be skinny, and like in the dance world, it was like the thing to be the skinniest. Like the skinniest you were, the better you were. So in my head, I was like, I had to be the best. So that's what I did. I took it to like drastic measures, but it was to a point where it got so bad that my body started breaking down. I ended up fracturing my shin, dislocating my tailbone. I had terrible knee injuries. So I found myself like sitting out half of the time in dance class. So I ended up going home, going to therapy so that I could learn have a better relationship with food. And honestly, I woke up one day and I was like, I don't want to look like an adolescent little boy no more. Like I want to be thick. Like I want to put on some weight now. Like I'm tired of looking like this. And so I basically got in the gym and like figured it out myself. Like I just from the ground on up, I built my body back up and built a healthier relationship with food.
Now, when you say healthy relationship with food, so what you started doing, like far as with that, you say you went from tomato a day.
Right.
So what you started, eating.
Probably I started eating like oatmeal, putting oatmeal into my body, chicken. I wouldn't say like I basically started eating. I started off small. I started eating like healthier foods, and then I went on this kick of like, let me just dirty bulk it, and so I started eating everything like Popeyes and just all kinds of food that I thought would help me gain weight, and so it helped a lot. But then I realized like that doing that wasn't going to keep me lean, so I had to figure out different ways, different foods that will help me keep me lean as far as building muscle but still looking a certain way, because you eat all that food and then your stomach starts blowing up, you feel heavy, you eat all that fried food, you just start feeling extremely heavy with your body.
So do you ever have cheat days?
Oh, all the time. Like
So what's your cheat day consist of?
So my cheat day, like I'm gonna speak of today. So today I had chicken and waffles, and that's like my favorite go-to meal to eat, chicken and waffles. And then I'm a big sweet girl, so like I love cakes and cookies, and I had a cake for a midday snack. And so today was probably like a cheat day for me. And I try not to do it too much. Everything is good in moderation. So, keeping that, and that way you're not starving yourself of the good things in life. You're still allowing yourself to, to be happy, because it's not always good to just keep a strict diet all the time. So, yeah.
So what will be your advice to someone that's trying to get, I guess lean and I guess slimmer, to the weight challenge people? I wouldn't say, I don't want to say, fat, but, weight challenge
Weight challenge.
people,
That's a good
right?
way to put it.
So what would be your advice to them, where to start at, and,
I would say, first of all, staying consistent. Consistency is key. And even when you reach your goal, you have to keep going. Because I think a lot of times they say, oh, I lost this 10 pounds, and so I'm good. Like, I'm stop. So it's like being consistent with yourself and consistently showing up for yourself. And that's important. And then also cardio. Cardio is key, especially if you're trying to lose weight. You have to increase the cardio, increase the increase the amount of how much cardio you're doing, because if you're not burning that fat, you're never going to get that fat off. And so I think there's a misconception where people will lift weights but then forget the cardio. But you can't build off of fat, so you need to cut the fat first before you build onto it. You know what I mean? So and then also being consistent within your diet, learning what works for you and what doesn't work for you, because I think everybody's body is different. You know, no two people are the same. So what works for me might not work for you, you know, and what works for you might not work for me. So really learning your body, learning what works for you, what helps you lose, what helps you cut fat faster, and you know, just what really will get you to your goals, you know.
So what's your day-to-day routine, like far as with your fitness journey? So what's your day-to-day routine? So what Miss Aexplosive does when she wakes up, break down that day-to-day fitness journey routine for you.
So if I'm not lazy the night before, I normally will prep my food in the morning time. I'll cook my breakfast. I normally make protein pancakes with some eggs, and then I'll prep my lunch. Most likely it'll be like some type of protein, chicken, with some type of carb, and then some type of veggies. So that'll be that'll consist of like my meals, and I'll prep them for like the whole day, because I work a whole 12-hour shift. So I'm never home. I'm not home a lot. So I go straight from working straight to the gym. So I have to prep all my meals for that day in the morning time. And then I'll have a couple of snacks throughout the day just to kind of keep me going. So I'll probably prep tuna or something quick, you know, and then head to the gym and keep the cycle going.
Okay, so you head to the gym. So what you do in the gym? Like, give some insights, because I know people gonna want to know, like, damn, how she got like this?
Yeah.
How she go from, you know, being skinny with the ballet to Juilliard making the 8 round, and now you know, a fitness model. You know what I'm saying? A fitness trainer. So they want that insight. So give me that insight when you go to the gym. What you do?
So I normally split my days up. I'm a leg girl, so a lot of my workouts consist of legs. I do hit upper body, so I'll probably hit legs on Monday. That's like my go-to. Don't skip leg day, everybody. Normally I'll probably do a couple of squats, light squats to warm up with, and then I'll probably go into some leg extensions, and then leg press. And with those 3 exercises, I'll normally keep a consistent pace, and then I'll probably go up every single rep every rep that I do, I'll go up on the weight. So increasing the weight, excuse me. And then I probably hit cardio probably 3 times out the week, and then I don't do too much cardio because, again, I lose weight very quickly. So for me, I don't need to cut fat as much. So I try to limit my cardio as much as possible because I burn very quickly. But that's normally like what my day consists of. That's on a Monday. So every day is different. So I'm not always doing the same things. I'll probably do the same thing consistently for like maybe 3 weeks, and then I'll change up my workouts just so that my body doesn't get used to the workouts. I think that's another thing. People do the same workouts expecting different results, but you cannot hit the same workouts every single time because your body gets used to it. That's like you taking medicine every single day. Eventually that medicine's going to stop working on your body because your body's accustomed to it. So it's not going to benefit you in any kind of way. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real. So you work out every day?
I work out 6 times a week.
So what's your break day?
My break days, normally it's either Thursday or Sunday. So it kind of varies. Depends on how I feel. So if I'm tired during the week, I'll take a break in between. I really listen to my body a lot of the times, but Sundays are normally like my rest days if I didn't take that break.
So when you work out, how long do you work out?
2 hours.
Okay.
2 hours. I normally spend 2 hours in the gym. If I'm in a rush, it'll probably be a good hour. but I like to take my time. So 2 hours is like my max. Anything longer than that is overkill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have are you part of a gym where you're sponsoring that? They're sponsoring you, or is this just free fall?
It's really free fall. I honestly, I go where the vibes are. I'm a vibe kind of girl. So like, I like to go to gyms that make me feel like I'm being pushed. So the atmosphere, I think atmosphere is important in any situation. Like if you're in the right atmosphere, then you're going to elevate. You're going to get better. So atmosphere is everything.
I like that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the NPC Southern Muscle. Okay,
Yes.
so I know I mentioned in your intro, a
Yeah.
bodybuilder, female bodybuilder,
Yeah.
which honestly I didn't know they had that,
Okay,
So,
okay.
but when I seen that, did my research, I seen that, and you actually won first place in your category, correct, or your division you was in, correct?
Correct.
So, how that came about, what made you do it, and just talk about that.
So, it. I had always wanted to take fitness to a whole new level, but I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do it. And they came about with this division called Wellness Division, and this was way before. Like when I first started working out, they didn't have this division. So this division is brand new. It's probably I think about 5 years, 6 years old. Um, so it's made for girls that are thicker, that are more curvier, and because when I first started working out, people told me that I should compete, but the only category that they had was bikini, and for that division, they told me that I would have to lose like I think like 20 something pounds. Now, mind you, I just put on 20 something pounds because I was trying to get thick.
Thicker.
You know what I
You
mean?
ain't about to go back to that.
Right. So
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm not about to go back to being skinny again.
yeah,
That's
you don't
not
want to be a pole.
right.
You know,
I'm not trying to look like a little string bean. So I'm
you
like,
looking like a stick.
nah.
I
I wasn't having it. So I was like, nah, this not for me. So they came up with this division called Wellness Division, and so I became interested in it because I'm like, all right, this seems like something more up my speed. So a couple of years later down the line, I ended up going to this gym that basically it's made for a lot of bodybuilders. So a lot of people in the gym would tell me like, hey, like do you compete in Wellness Division? And I'm like, nah, I just work out just to work out. And so I did my research on it. And I'm like, yeah, like this is definitely what I want to do. Like this seems interesting. So I ended up doing my research on it and getting a coach to help me coach me through like how to do it. And I went from there, and I ended up losing like maybe 35 pounds. I think I started off at 175 before the show, and then I cut down to 145, 145, something like that. And it was a big transition because I was so used to being a certain size, and then when I cut down all that weight, I was just like, this is different. But I didn't look skinny. I still looked good, if that makes sense. Like I thought I would have looked terrible, but for that I looked good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then yeah, so it was a great experience.
So how long was the event? Like, was it a weekend event, a 1-day event? Did you have to go through different like rounds, like how you did for Juilliard?
It was a 1-day event. They had a morning show and then they had a night show. So the morning show was for pre-judging. So basically you went out, you did a couple of poses, and then basically the judges judged you like to what they thought, like who they thought would win. And then the second show I think was just really like lanyap. It wasn't really like they were really judging. They had already picked who they wanted to win. It was just for people to come and see you, like basically perform, in a sense. So.
Okay, so you won like a medal or something for that?
Yeah, I won a medal. I won 3. I won first place, in both my categories, and I won overall in my category. So I was really proud because I was on a struggle bus for this competition. Most days I was unhappy because of my eating. Like, I wasn't eating much. My diet was horrible. I had low energy. And then also being a female and, going through like PMSing and going through like your whole body changes throughout this process. So it was just a whole process, and like just a whole different environment that I had to deal with. Not environment, but like a different it was something different that I had to deal with because it wasn't something that I was used to. So yeah.
So what's the next one? Are you doing the next one, or that was it? That was just like a one-time thing? I ain't trying to go through all that again. I'm not trying to just eat a tomato a day.
No.
Is that something you're going to do again, or is it something that was just, all right, cool, that was on my bucket list, I did it, now I'm on to the next?
No, I see myself doing it again. It was really rewarding, especially because I feel like the fact that I was natural, I could see that, that I was made to do this. Like, my body was built for this, because I feel like a lot of people in the bodybuilding world, they do take different supplements and to kind of help them with, their physique. And I'm grateful enough to have the physique that I do. And so I feel like when you're gifted in that way, you have to utilize that, because I feel like, I'm not saying that I didn't work hard, because I do work hard for it, but I feel like because I'm naturally gifted in that way, I feel like I have no choice but to use my gift in that way. So I do see myself doing it more. I pray to get my pro card one day. So that's my goal, is to get my pro card with bodybuilding.
So what the pro card consists of? Like, it means you get like professionally paid for it every time you do an event, or like how that works?
From what I'm told, I'm not really incredibly knowledgeable about it, but like from what I'm told, like the pro card comes with a lot of different perks and stuff like that. But I know that it's like a big deal as a bodybuilder. Like, you want to have your pro card. That's like everybody's goal, is to get the pro card. So, that's kind of like, my new focus is to get my pro card as a bodybuilder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about coaching.
Yeah.
Dance coach.
Yeah.
Are you still doing that? I know you did that for a while.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Is that still something you enjoy doing?
I miss teaching dance so much. Like, I talk about this every single day at work. I taught dance for 9 years, and it was like the most like incredible experience that I've ever experienced, because I got to be a mentor for young girls, and I got to be somebody that they looked up to. And I feel like in this generation, like, kids need that. Like, young girls need somebody that they could look up to, that that will give them confidence. And I think from coming from the background that I came from, as far as like having an eating disorder, I was able to give girls confidence in themselves to say that you can be any size and do this line of work, and you can be just as good as long as you put your heart and soul into it. So I took pride in like being a dance teacher. I have an LLC for my own business called Aexplosive Movement. So I hope to one day use that and probably start my own dance studio one day. So that's something that I like, my goal, like another goal that I have of mine, just so I can keep that going,
Explosive Movement?
Explosive Movement, yep.
So spell that so everybody can know.
Yes, so it's EXPLOSIVE, movement, MOVEMENT.
Okay.
Yep.
Explosive Movement.
Explosive
Definitely
movement.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, be on the lookout.
Definitely be on the lookout for that, for sure.
Yep.
All right, well, let's get to these hot topics. You know, we got to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
We talk about the bodybuilding, the fitness training, the fitness model, the coaching, the dancing, the ballet.
Yeah.
So a lot of people want to know, are you single?
So, yes, I'm single.
Okay.
Yes, I'm very much single.
Okay, so you're single, all right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so why are you single?
I find that the dating world is like really tainted. I don't feel like people are authentic these days. I especially in like the fitness world, like I find it hard to date other fitness people. It's been hard trying to find somebody that you know you have the same goals, and then that will treat you in the respect and the manner that you should be treated in. I don't know. It's just I've always found it like extremely difficult, and so from that, I just kind of stay to myself and just grind it out by myself, and really love on myself. And I feel like I think a lot of women tend to go that route because like the dating world is really hard these days.
So do you feel like, so in your mind, are you looking for someone, or are you just going with the flow?
I feel like I tried that. Looking. You know what I mean? And it just don't work. That don't work out for me like that. So I feel like the best thing I can do is just focus on myself, focus on my own journey, and let that come to me. Let love come to me naturally, because it's never. I feel like if you go around forcing it and chasing it, it's never gonna work. And I've learned that through experiences. So just letting things flow the way they should, and I think that way it's organic and it's not like it's not forced or anything like that.
Right.
So
what's your views on marriage?
I pray to God one day I'll get married. I grew up with my parents married for 31 years, so it's like that's all I know. You know what I mean? Like all I know is a strong foundation within a household. So it's like I feel like for me that's what I want for myself, and I'm very patient. I'm patient with it because I don't want to meet the wrong person and then it completely just falls apart. So I'd rather be patient and wait for love.
Do you have a type?
So I feel like I do have a type. I mean, I always go for like the gym guys. I always go for guys that are like in the gym. But I'm starting to realize like I need to branch out of that a little bit.
So you wouldn't date a fat dude, huh?
See,
See, for me,
yeah.
I'm very trying to keep it PG for this podcast because I know I be cursing a lot. So you wouldn't date a fat nigga, huh? A big bone bitch, huh?
So no, because I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Like, I mean, I can't be nothing but honest. Like, because I feel like you have to be equally yoked. Like, I feel like if 9 times out of 10, unless you a bigger man that's really confident in yourself, but I'm in the gym a lot, and I feel like I would hate for my dude to be feeling a way that I'm in the gym all the time, and then he's not, and then there's this constant like battle between us because we're not the same.
So do you feel like, can you help that person get to a point where it's not, I'm not saying like how you are, but at least, all right, you go 6 days a week.
Right.
But what if they're willing to do 2 days a week? Is that something that you can work with, or is it something like they need to do like 4 or 5, like
I can work with that.
Okay.
I feel like if you are working towards that goal, like I feel like I could work with that. Like, but I just can't have nobody just like being sloppy.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you have to be like if I have to be fine, you have to be fine too. I can't just be, I feel like I'm working, so you have to work too. I think that's fair. Um, and I feel like that's a standard that I have for myself, and it's like I feel like if I allow myself to go below my standard, what justice am I serving for me? You know what I mean? Like that's what I like. You know.
So, will it be an ideal first date for you for all my listeners? All the podcast people, because they be having some thirsty ass niggas. They want to know, right? So
yeah.
let them know.
Dang. Okay. Wow. First date. I love to eat, so I would definitely say dinner. Um, Dinner.
Now you gotta be more specific now, because everybody gonna think, all right, we gotta have
You right.
just the eggs. What type of dinner you talking
Right,
about
right,
now?
right,
Like,
right.
you on your fitness journey. We heard your pre-meal when you talk about
Right.
your eggs, and you said it's a tomato a day. There ain't a dinner now. That's a sample for Sam's.
For sample, okay. Okay. So maybe like a steak dinner.
Okay.
I would take somewhere steak.
For the first date?
For the first date.
Where at? I hope it ain't Fleming's, baby. That shit high. Group kiss high as hell to a small ass steaks.
So they got Vodka Steakhouse. You ever heard of Vodka Steakhouse?
Yeah, it's a new
It's
spot.
a newer spot.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I've never been there.
okay.
What's the pricing like for that?
It's about the same as Fleming's.
All right. Let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you said that first date steakhouse.
Okay.
So, what if the dude is someone to just like do something simple, right?
Okay.
Something simple can be being a tourist in your own city, right?
Yeah.
Going to Cafe de Mar and get something like going to Cafe de Mar and get some beignets. Go walk around the French Quarter. Maybe go get a drink or something and just sit there and talk. Maybe go walk on the river walk.
Okay.
Sit there and talk. Would that be something?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. 'Cause
Okay.
if the vibes are right, I'd be cool. Okay. Like if this is somebody that I vibe with, like if this is somebody that I feel like we have some type of connection, I could do anything. I feel like when the vibe is good, anything good.
Right.
Anything goes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like anything fancy, but I feel like as far as like impressions go, like if you're trying to make a first impression, for me, like, I just feel like first impressions are everything. And I'm not saying you have to take me to like a steak dinner, but like take me somewhere where we can sit down and talk, somewhere where we can really get to know each other, because we live in such a microwavable like generation. Mm-hmm. So everything's just easy. Right. So I feel like I want somebody that's going to take the time to like really get to know me and like get to know my ins and outs of me. So I feel like dinner, sitting down at a table, is like that's that. I feel like that's what does that. But I'm not opposed to that. Like I'm a simple girl. Like I'm a very simple girl. I love simple things too. But if you're trying to make a first impression, yeah.
Got that. So answer this question.
Yeah.
Okay. You're bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So, how hard is it dating as being a bodybuilder? Because some men might feel intimidated.
Yeah.
She might knock me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm scared of her.
Right.
So, have you encountered that? So talk about that.
I do. I encounter that a lot. I actually feel like I don't get approached in the gym a lot because of that. I feel like a lot of guys are intimidated to talk to me, which makes it even harder for me to date, because it's like, I feel like the men are the ones that probably should approach the women. I feel like that's like courting purposes. And I'm not saying I wouldn't go up to somebody, but I'm a shy girl, so I'm probably not going to talk to you. But a lot of guys are intimidated by a strong woman, and they don't. I used to be so like, okay, for a while I hated being strong because I felt like a lot of people would tell me, like, whisper things like, oh, she looks too strong, like, because in New Orleans, like, you don't see that a lot. So for me, walking out in the streets, being cut and all these things, I feel like people would turn their heads because they weren't used to seeing a woman that was fit. So it would make it a lot harder for me, as far as dating somebody, because guys would be like, oh, she's too strong, she's too this, she's too that, she's too that. But I feel like social media has helped out a lot with fitness. I feel like more guys are looking at fitness girls as like, oh, wow, like I'm actually going to double look at her. But for a while, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like being fit wasn't a popular thing. And I feel like now it's because social media has made it popular. Now it is popular to be fit. So, yeah.
So what was your turning point with the social media? Now you're a social media influencer now.
Yeah.
Right. I know it didn't start off like that.
No.
Right? So what was that point where it like turned to like, all right, cool. Now I'm getting a lot of likes. I'm getting a lot of mentions. You most likely probably have a lot of DMs, right?
Yeah.
A lot of opportunities coming towards your way. So
Yeah.
was that at what moment was that change for you?
I want to say it was COVID that did it for me. I think because I was inside the house all the time, so I started posting more stuff. Like I had more time to like post. So I posted this one picture. I think it was a before and after picture of me, and that literally went viral. And from there, I started getting like followers up, and then it's basically been up ever since. And I'm grateful for it because I feel like the people that follow me are really, really supportive of me, and I appreciate that so, so much, because I don't feel like it's just, I don't know. I always feel like that's also God too, like that brought these followers to me. I don't feel like I did anything to get these followers. So, I don't know. I'm very appreciative of it because I have people that really support me that I don't even know and I haven't even met. And I'm just like, who are these people? Why are y'all supporting me so much? But I appreciate it a lot because they go hard for me, and I love that and I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So hold up, we'll do a little something different today. Little something different. I always do something different. So I'm gonna have an opportunity for my dogs, Chris or Rockstar Marcus, see if they got a question for you. If it's something they want to know,
Okay.
and to ask you, and we're
Okay.
just gonna go from there. Chris, you got something for us?
You said something specifically about like when you're working out, you like to like you don't want to do like overkill. You basically were saying a lot of things about you understand your body from what
Yeah.
you eat. Like you just understand it. How do you like analyze yourself and realize, well, maybe I should do more of these workouts, or maybe I should eat this type of food, or maybe I should go to the gym this many days a week. Like,
Right.
how do you? Because everything you should do in, like you say, in moderation, but also in a format that's comfortable for you.
Right.
Like what you said, what's comfortable for you may not be comfortable for the next person.
Correct.
So how do you do self-analyzations on your fitness and health? Because health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Yeah.
Right. Correct. I would say that like I did it by trial and error. Like I did it like I would try this and see how my body reacts to that. And I feel like it's almost like a science experiment. Like, you test the hypothesis basically to see if like this will work for you. And then if it doesn't work for you, you go back to the drawing board and you try something else to see what'll change something. So I felt like, I feel like the gym, like working out, food, everything is a science lab to me. I treat it as like a science experiment, and I'm the experiment. So I'm constantly testing things that I think would work for me, and if they don't, I just change it around and figure out what works for me. And because I know some people say like, oh, they'll say like ass to the grass when they squat. I personally don't like to do ass to the grass when I squat because I feel like it doesn't do anything for me. So I go 90 degrees when I squat. And that is perfect for me because I feel the tension in my thighs and I'm good with that. But again, everybody's different. Everybody's body works differently. So that's just my personal opinion. Yeah.
I hate that. Rockstar, you got something?
Yeah, so I know we talked about dating. I know a lot of the the viewers are gonna know, like, ask, what is the first thing you notice in a guy? I guess.
Oh gosh.
First thing you notice.
So I'm a leg girl. So like I'm not gonna lie. Like the first thing I notice about a guy is their legs. It's the legs, and then also the development of like their traps. Like I'm very much like, okay, I see your traps, I see that working, but if your legs aren't together, we gotta hit more legs, baby. Sorry. But I'm definitely a leg girl. I don't like that triangle body. You know what I mean? Like you can't be like built bigger up top and then like little legs. Like I can't. That's like a pet peeve.
So like a Mr. Incredible.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
Yes.
Got that.
You can't be built like that.
Okay.
Can't be built like that. Nah.
Okay.
So, but if it's proportionate, I'm like, all right, you know, if it's all proportionate, I'm good with that. But just the whole bigger body, smaller body, no, I can't do it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all hear that? Y'all listening? Y'all hear what she like? Appreciate y'all questions, fellas. But we're gonna go to my favorite part of my other podcast.
Oh God.
The whip segment. Rockstar, if you would please do the honors for me. All right. So with the whip segment, you got your phone on you?
Yeah, I do.
Is it, you got your phone?
Okay.
So with the whip seat, right?
Mhm.
With the whip seat, you gotta call somebody on your phone, right?
Okay.
So you gotta make sure that they're contacting your phone.
Okay.
You're gonna announce who you're calling.
Okay.
Right? So they have to answer.
Okay.
If they don't answer, see this bottle and this cup right here? You got 4 shots. So I want you to choose wisely.
Okay.
Because you could either be, you've been sipping on that Taylor Port, you might be a little, buzzed. But after this, you're going to be a little lit.
Okay.
So choose wisely who you would know, answer the phone at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Right now, and I'm not talking about, well, they ain't answer, but they text you. No, they have to answer the call while we're on the podcast.
Okay.
So figure out the name you want to do. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to see which name you're going to call. You're going to shout them out. And if they answer, you're going to say, thank you for saving me from taking all these shots on Whoop Appeal Podcast.
Okay.
All right, so who are we calling?
Let's see. Let's call Dinah. I'm going to call Dinah.
Dinah?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Put it to your mic, put it on speaker.
Okay. Please answer.
You might be the first one, dog. Everybody killed it, but you ain't about to pack.
Oh my gosh.
Please leave.
It's over. It's over. Hey, hold on, open this one for me. Hey, Rockstar, come right quick. Open this for me. It's over. Oh yeah, you the first one. You my first victim. Everybody else passed the test.
No.
Open that for me. I think you got plastic on it. Take the plastic off.
No.
You can do the honors. 3 shots, baby.
Oh my
You ready?
gosh. Oh my god.
the first shot, damn you, Dinah. I want you to say that. Let's go.
Okay.
First
Wait, can I
shot.
be first? I have to use the bathroom.
You need some what?
I have to use the bathroom.
Well, we had a little incident. So we back now. So she didn't pass the test. So unfortunately, she has to take 3 shots. And, so the first shot, what you gonna tell Dinah?
Damn you, Dinah.
All right, take the shot.
Damn you.
Everybody say that's 1. Come on, you got another one.
Oh my God.
Or you gonna get drunk on my podcast. You gotta have your real friends answer the phone.
All right, damn you, Dinah. I hate you.
One more.
Ooh.
One more, see him go.
Ooh.
Last one, I want you to shout out who you want to shout out.
All right. Shout out to all the people that love me. All my Instagram followers. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for your support. And cheers. Help me. Ooh.
And you still got some up in there. So we're gonna cheers. Cheers to your Instagram for toast. Bam.
Ooh.
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good. All right, so at this time, the floor is all yours. Whatever you want to say to the camera right there, whatever you want to say to the people, if any topic you want to talk about, anything you want to express on the platform, the floor is all yours.
I just want to keep influencing everybody to be the best version of yourself. Keep striving to be the best version of who you are and who you want to become. So 2025, just go all in for yourself. Put yourself first. My key words for myself is self-perseverance. And to really just keep pushing who you want to become in this next year. Taking out any distractions, cutting out anything that's going to keep you from your destiny. Keep pushing forward. Don't stop. And stay consistent. Stay consistent with your goals. Stay consistent with the things that you want to do in your life. And really put forth all efforts in it. And just keep pushing forward. So sending love and light.
I love it. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my dog, Chris, with Crispy Captures behind the cameras. You can clap it up for my dog. Also, I want to give a shout out to my dog, Rockstar Marcus, with the audio. Make sure y'all follow them, Crispy Captures and Rockstar Marcus. I just want to give a shout out to you, the viewers, the followers, Whip Appeal Podcast.
Yeah.
Please like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, Apple Music, Spotify. We're going up. And I thank you, Miss Aexplosive.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
I appreciate your presence on the podcast.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
We're going to do a last toast to you.
Hey.
Make sure y'all follow her. Make sure you give them where you need to follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram, threads at Aexplosive _.
Yeah, I heard that from that. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Whip Appeal Podcast, Miss Aexplosive as the guest. We out.
They say I'm a pain, I need a change, making my way. See all the gang, sipping on drinks, catching a fade. I get it poppin', nigga. She at the top of the nigga. Got plenty of options, nigga.